Yo, you see the lag?
I don't see it.
Will be accepted.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you after this drive if I have to.
Alright, now here we go. Can I see your phone real quick?
No.
Can you just see if it downloaded?
This is just still downloading.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins.
I'm lagging, bro.
Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for a loss of 5.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Second down, Cousins finding some room at midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, that's pretty much how they teach as a DB. Hit him and have some force with it. Yet he still caught the football and got the yardage he needed.
A little deflating?
Very much so.
Defensively.
Yeah, because you're trying to police up that area and you don't want him to come in there, and you're hoping some good hard tackles will keep them out of there. In this case, he just said it, he just shrugged it off and went ahead and got what he needed.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play action now. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
I don't know. I noticed that too.
Cheap as shit.
Did you say cheap ass shit? Better than the booty ass fucking.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It fell stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Smith now on second down. Binds, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to drop him for a loss of 4.
What?
Play action. It's Smith. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to 41.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a second down run for Murray. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Play fake. Cousins.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings. They come up in an offset eye. Now Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
I was right there too, dude, and I moved.
Score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there from 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see.
One of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, here's Smith.
Why'd I throw the triangle, dude? My dumbass panicked. I was supposed to first square.
He will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here.
Wow, bro, I can't believe I pressed triangle.
Just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Back to throw, Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Dancing to his left. Room to run inside the 4. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, it's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, 33 yards. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 13-7.
I'm streaming, by the way, and it's on the chat.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away.
So show them what you made of.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Broken tackle. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
Get it finished?
Yeah, we're good. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
What are you doing? Just go get yourself something for you and Layla.
The marker by just a yard leaves
I'm about to leave.
very manageable
Can I still
2nd
look?
and 1.
Jeez.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Throwing, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be
Why would you have to go for it?
right now.
It's the first
How about
half.
what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
That's cool.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Hey, we're good.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and
You're such a scary bitch, dude. You're running it because you know what the fuck I'm gonna do if I score before the half. This game is over.
And then the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay.
No, it's all good. You got excuses. It's fine.
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, you've got to talk about the ties that we've seen in weeks 1 and 2. Everyone was talking about the Steelers-Browns week 1, Charles, but week 2 we saw another. The game that you had, Vikings and Packers.
Yeah, and you know something? They tied at 29. You know, it's the first time teams have tied with the score 29-29 in NFL history, so another little oddity that you throw in there. But I think the common characteristic between the Vikings, Packers, and the Steelers, Browns from week 1, kicking. The kicking game got both games and really affected in a big way. The Browns could have won, had a field goal blocked. The Vikings could have won. Their field goal kicker missed 3. And Mason Crosby, the Packers, made 1. But the Vikings had called timeout. He had to do it again, and he missed. So there you go. 2 ties in the first 2 weeks.
First time that's happened since 1971. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Now I'll take my timeout.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. This is taken at the 15. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emerson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Gemma.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Final play of the half, Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He's going to float this one deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Cousins now looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
No, don't climb that.
Opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
Don't climb that.
A lot of teams count on his defense is to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to
I just
force
said that.
a safety or force a turnover there. But if you got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready. And they were, and they picked that one off.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a Redskin 1st down as Smith hits Crowder. They'll run with Peterson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
They get it to him running left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Here's Smith. This will be caught at about
What the fuck, bro? All those damn linebackers.
With him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Fucking motherfuckers want me to go.
Loss of 2 on the play.
I'm not going for it. I'm not
that
stupid.
will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
How many points?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Wow, bro, I can't believe it.
It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely.
You'd never hit anything like that.
In the 4th, a costly turnover. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st.
I mean, was that...
Make it 2nd down.
That wasn't Harrison.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, back up.
Again, Peterson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now it's Smith.
Come on, dude.
Hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one
Dog, this thing is pissing me off, my man.
This game's all even here in the 4th.
You're gonna get so much.
Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd down, Cook. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Handoff comes to Cook. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
It's not over, bro. You're such a bitch. You like to win the easy way, but I get it. No, I get it. I'm not hating. I hate the method, but I'm not hating that you're winning.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
All right, here we go. Hey, we're good, we're good. Jahan, ready? Next receiver.
Now Cousins. Flush to his right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Past the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A give. This is Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Backing down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They run it again with Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And here come the Redskins now. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off.
GG.